Welcome back, everybody. So today is another video on CrossFit, and today's video is specifically on my first CrossFit workout. And as you know, if you watched the first video, which I will link to in one of these corners, I'm looking to join CrossFit, and I've been doing a tour of the different gyms to take a look at instruction, facility, programming, all of that to make sure that the CrossFit gym that I end up joining is the one that's going to best work out for me. So I approached one of these gyms and I said, hey, can I come and watch your class? And they said, sure, but why don't you just work out with us instead? And I was initially a little bit timid about that because I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to CrossFit. I think of myself as a reasonably healthy and fit person, although I know that compared to some CrossFit members, I have a lot of work to do. I'm first to admit that. And so I was a little bit nervous about accepting that invitation. But then the more I thought about it, the more I thought it was probably a good idea to see how they handled that. Because the gym looked good. It covered many of the bases that I was looking for. It checked all the boxes. So I decided to give it a shot to go and do that workout with them. I arrived early. I took a look around on the outside to make sure there was adequate parking, to make sure it wasn't in kind of a suspect area. That all seemed pretty good. It is kind of industrial. It's a bit of a truck stoppy area. A lot of big trucks there. Traffic was a little bit a touch and go because there's trucks in the way and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I don't think that's going to be a problem. So I parked, got out, walked around the building, came in the back, took a look, saw one of the owners there, spoke to him for a minute, let him know that I was there for my workout, my first time ever, and he introduced me to the instructor, which was great. The instructor right away basically took me by the hand. He's like, okay, this is what we're doing. Don't worry, I'll look after you. Showed me around, introduced me to some other people. So overall, really good introduction to the facility, to the other students in the class. So overall, it was just made me feel comfortable right away. So that was great. A lot of the nervousness that I had about going there to do a workout really left at that point, and then I was just excited. So then the class started. I had no idea what the workout of the day was going to be. I was just hoping it wouldn't be all the things that I'm really bad at. In particular, I'm really bad at burpees. I hate doing burpees, although I want to get better at them. And also anything to do with lifting my own body weight as far as a chin up, and that sort of thing, and muscle up, all those sort of things. I can do a couple, but not a lot. So I was really hoping we wouldn't have many of those. We had some of those. So right away I was a little bit terrified. They helped me a lot with those. They really helped me to scale that, which was great. We also had a rope climb, which I kind of like, although I'm not good at the technique. So I quickly learned that. And then we also had a running element to it as well. So the class started off with a warm-up, and I thought that was the workout. So I was getting into it, and they said, whoa, Rob, slow down a little bit. Don't blow all your energy right now. Save a little bit in the tank because you're going to have your big workout in a minute. It's like, oh, okay. So there was a little kind of warm-up, a workout before the workout sort of thing to get your body warmed up, which is great. I didn't know that. I don't remember what that was exactly. I think that was some body movements, some push-ups and things like that. That was just kind of a blur to me because I was trying to figure out what was going on. After the warm-up, there was a little bit of a break, and during that time I got to chat with some of the other students a little bit more. They welcomed me again, told me a little bit about their history. One of the people there said that he was in the best shape that he'd been in since high school, and he looked about late 30s, early 40s. That's a really good thing to say and really kind of made me more confident and eager to sign up. Then the workout started and I saw the running component. I thought, okay, this is going to be no problem. I'm a runner. I do ultra runs, even though I'm not awesome at it. I have the capabilities and capacity to run 50K in a day and not die. So I thought, okay, I could do the running part, no problem. I thought during the run that I could actually find time to rest and I could reduce my heart rate. But what I found was the opposite, really. I found that because it's such high interval training, your heart rate goes up quite a bit. And it would reduce somewhat. I was wearing my watch so I could see my heart rate. I was monitoring that. I actually looked at it afterwards. My heart rate didn't go down a lot. It probably went down 5 to 10 beats per minute from where it was, but it stayed pretty high throughout the whole time, throughout that main workout. It didn't have the big dip that I thought I would have, that little kind of rest moment. Maybe if I'd slowed down a little bit, that would have helped. But yeah, the run didn't give me the benefits I was thinking it would. And I was trying to see what I could do for that first workout. So I wasn't slouching. I was really trying to give it my best effort without throwing up my first day there. So yeah, it was interesting. I think that was a bit of a surprise how much of an impact it was to my cardio. Of course, that high interval training is a little bit different than what I'm used to, but still very enjoyable, really good challenge. The next part of it was the rope climb. So I knew that I could climb the rope. Looks about 15 feet, maybe 3 meters ish, I guess. High enough that if you fall, you're going to probably hurt yourself, but not high enough where it looks insurmountable. So it looks doable, I thought, when I was looking at the rope. And I knew that I could just pull myself up, just, muscle up with my upper body. And that's what I ended up kind of doing because my lower body technique is not there. I don't know how to use my legs properly. I thought I could just grip the rope with my feet. That doesn't really work. You have to kind of wrap one leg around it and lock your legs onto it. And I thought I could kind of figure that out on the fly. And I've seen the technique on YouTube, but I could not do it very well. And I found that when I was hanging there trying to do it, that I was just burning energy. So I ended up just going dug, 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 dug like that with my arms and just blew my arms. I could really feel my arms after that. And the second time was way more challenging. And the third time I barely, I think, got up the rope. So that taught me a lesson that for efficiency, I really need to learn the techniques of CrossFit. I can't just muscle through stuff, obviously, right? And I think it's also all about learning the techniques, so that's going to be important. So I'm looking forward to my on-ramp, so that'll be one of the components that I will work on during my on-ramp. On-ramp is where they teach you all these things, and I haven't learned any of that, so I was really just doing my best. The other component of it was chin-ups, and I was able to do burpees. So what I basically did is I'd do a burpee, both of which I hate, both of which I'm terrible at. I did this burpee, and then I would jump up and try to do a chin-up. That was the third component of the WOD, of the workout of the day. And that, I think, was one of the harder ones for me because I'm terrible at burpees and I'm terrible at chin-ups. And so it just combined both of my kryptonites into one. And that was brutal, very challenging for me. Then it was over, basically. And they showed me around, showed me the facility, parts I hadn't seen yet. I was still trying to catch my breath. The workout seemed like it was about 20 to 30 minutes, that main component of it, but it went fairly quickly. What I noticed was there was no real stretching or anything like that. There was the warm-up component of the workout, and then there was the workout, and then it was over. So it's a very concise and very efficient way to get fit, I find. There's many elements around it. There's the high intensity, there's the Olympic lifting for strength, there's the acrobatic moves such as the handstands and things like that, which are all very cool and different elements to add to that functional ability that you would gain as a result of doing CrossFit. At the end of it, I was really excited, and I think that helped make up my mind on not only did I want to join CrossFit, but also which gym I wanted to join. So at the end of that workout, I'd really decided, yeah, I'm going to join this gym because the coaching was so good throughout the whole thing. They knew I was brand new, and they kept a very close eye on me. Not only did they show me the techniques as I was doing it, they showed me how to scale, so I wasn't going full out with weight or technique. They allowed me to do things that were a little bit easier so that I could actually do it. And they just kept a close eye on me. They gave me lots of enthusiasm and told me to keep going and supported me really well and just took care of me in general. At the end of the class, I thanked the owner, I thanked the instructor for inviting me in and taking care of me. Thought it was first class, and I've just signed up with that gym because it was such a good experience. If you're thinking about joining CrossFit and you find a gym that ticks a lot of those boxes that you're looking for, then I would suggest perhaps working out at that gym if they allow you to do that rather than just watching a class. I think that wouldn't apply to all the gyms I went to. I wouldn't want to work out at a lot of the gyms I saw just because the quality was so bad in some of them that it would not be a pleasurable experience. However, this gym, I'm very glad I did it because I got to experience what the coaching was like to me. And that's really besides the programming, that's really was the thing that made up my mind, was the coaching. Those are the two big things I find, is the programming and the coaching. So you really want to watch that at any gym that you take a look at. So that was my experience with my first workout at CrossFit. Overall, super challenging, but also very rewarding, and really got me amped up to go and see what I can do and see what the next year is going to look like for me at CrossFit. The next thing I'm going to do is my on-ramp. So they have an accelerated on-ramp at this gym where I can go in for 2 hours and I can then finish most of the on-ramp. I think there'll probably be a little bit after that I'll have to work on with them. I know a lot of gyms will require you to go every weekend for, say, a month or something like that. And that can be a little bit difficult, especially if you want to start getting into classes right away. So I think that this accelerated on-ramp for me might work out pretty well. Next video on CrossFit, I'll talk to you about that and let you know how that went. So that's it for today. Thanks a lot. Happy trails.